Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and Spartacus's journey through Skyrim, where we take the dual-wield light armor orc warrior through the legendary playthrough. We recently just unlocked the Hearthfire house, but we don't have enough gold to actually purchase the land to build the house on. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie up one of our loose ends. The rueful axe, we had started we got halfway through that quest. The reason we're going to go there is because we managed to, in the last video, we managed to make a decent little power spike where we are now at 50 plus one-handed. So what we can do here is we get two perks. The first is the second point in dual flurry. This allows us the 35% faster attack speed. And the second is all the way up here at Savage Strike. Now you could use critical charge. I believe it it might outweigh. The problem what I don't like is that it requires me to sprint and then attack. It does do the double critical damage, so it does hit really, really hard. If you prefer that playstyle, by all means go critical strike or critical charge here. I prefer Savage Strike. I prefer to get there when I do the double attack, especially if I'm in first person. The side-to-side attack actually forces me to stop and stand still. And so when that happens, I'm getting the bonus damage with that, along with the cool kill cams where I get to decapitate my enemies. So that's what we're going to go with here. We're also going to pit stop ourselves. We're going to fast travel over to Whiterun and clear out some inventory so that we're not super loaded down. We shouldn't be picking up a whole lot, but just in case, we'll do that and clear that out. So the first place first we're going to drop off, we've got some armor, some stuff like that we've picked up. We have to wait here because it's not quite daytime. And the next thing we're going to do is sell some potions, get some ingredients, kind of clean that up, and then head off to go get this rueful axe for this Daedric. I think Clevica's Vial is a Daedric prince. I'm not sure what his role in the great scheme of all of this is, or these things is. I know Molag Bal is pretty prevalent in like the Elder Scrolls Online story. He's also had his hand in some real terrible things that have transpired in this whole Elder Scrolls universe. See, we've got some hides, so we'll make some pelts here. Or turn some pelts into some leather. So interestingly enough, the leather actually weighs more than those pelts did. And then once you break the leather down into the leather strips, it weighs less. So that's a little weird if you're interested in. To me, the leather should weigh less than the pelt, given that it's a stripped down version of it and doesn't have the fur on it, but beats me.
If not, let me know. I might have. What do you need, So you're interested in my potions?
So here, what I like to do, I always start at the alchemy vendors first. She doesn't have a whole lot of gold, so I'm going to spend some gold. The reason I'm okay with spending it, and I'm not making as much as fast, however, it does mean that I'm getting materials, and these materials I get to use for making more potions, and respending it becomes a kind of like a self-rotating wheel, right, where the water keeps the wheel turning and the wheel keeps the water moving. So that's the way I prefer to do it. So now she has 225 gold. I'll go ahead and grab this briar heart, the red mountain flowers, and the troll fat. Should put her at 340. So now, I've virtually cleaned her out with from her materials. That will help me make more potions, and then I sell her back 3 potions that I made, and voila, she's out of gold, and I'm up to 3.2
Come back anytime if you need
31.94. Now we still have some potions and some stuff we want to get rid of. So we're gonna actually walk over here to Bellathor and let him clean up the rest. I believe he has the highest amount of starting gold generally. Apparently he has no gold, so why do you have no gold?
Take a look.
What happens if I wait 24 hours? Their inventory is supposed to reset every 2 days, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it's 2 days, and I think you can force it by like killing them, and like you quick save and then you kill them, and then you load, and their inventory will have changed. Not sure why that works, but
Remember, everything's for a bit of this and a bit of that.
he still got 0 gold. I think he just doesn't like me.
Do come back.
Oh well. See, we're at 199. It's manageable. So we'll go ahead and take this time to go get our carriage and go up to Solitude, and we'll work on our trip for the rueful axe.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn. They say Ulfric's.
One of the things I really enjoy about the PC is these load screens. I remember when I was playing on my 360 that the load, leaving, you wanted to do everything you could in Whiterun before you had left, because the load screen would take 2 minutes or so to actually get you out. I believe there's even a mod that you used to be able to get on the base version on the PC, and that allowed you to you could probably also get it for SE. It does, I think it's open gates or something like that, where it loads all of the cities prior to, and so going through the gate to the city doesn't actually force a load screen. So that was that's a neat experience. It's actually something I wish they had implemented into just the default game, or into at least into the SE, since it was remastered. So here we're actually traveling in 2 parts. One is we're going to track the right quest now, a Daedra's best friend, and the other is we are going to we're headed up here to our second word of power for the Elemental Fury Shout. And we have our Berserker Rage available in case we get jumped by anything. So we should be set. I'm still picking up alchemy mats, of course. Right? Like, just everywhere we go, we're just picking up alchemy mats. More a tab. One of these, I believe here soon, we'll probably show the 2 big alchemy runs. I think I've mentioned them before, and where they go. So we'll showcase those. Hopefully, we should be able to get both of those in one session, essentially. And if we have time, we'll also show the loop of how to sell them and utilize the vendors. We might do that next, given that we need to, get ourselves some... Oh, hello there. We need to get ourselves some gold. So we have a wood elf here that doesn't like me. She's going to learn... Oh, Lord. My goodness. It's a good thing we didn't have to fit. That wasn't a real wolf. She took a lot of damage. But that is a-okay. She died, we didn't. And we get to, now we've looted her corpse and away we go. So this is also, this is the statue of Meridia. And I believe you have to be level 12. So right now, we would be of high enough level. But now that we're level 12, there's a chance for this this beacon to like spawn in a dungeon, and it basically just wants you to bring it here, and it starts a whole quest. Oh no, she's talking to me. I don't want to talk to her.
Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple.
This is our second
That you will
battle.
destroy.
That's our second word of elemental fury.
But first, you must
God, she's
restore to me my beacon. I shall guide you unto it. Find it and return here, and great shall be your reward.
Man, I'd be okay if she didn't talk. She's so loud. Well, there's a bunch of drinking buddies all hanging out. This walk is so treacherous. So try number 3 here. I think we're going to try to avoid some of the things. I don't want to face the Ice Wraith. I don't want to face a Flame Atronach before I have to. This is just impressive. The test run I did, I one-shot the damn thing. Couldn't see him, but lucky for us, we've got health bars. Maybe the trick is going over there. So I don't think I ever went over there. There we go. We managed to kill the Ice Wraith. Look at us. They are my least favorite mobs. What do we got here? There we go. We got the old Ice Wolf. Now, the first time when we, the difference in power is pretty substantial. With just those 2 perks. For example, that wolf, I had to use the Berserker and absolutely everything in order to kill him the first time. And then, you know, I went down the road and I found another Ice Wolf and I had to use, you know, absolutely everything again. Whereas here, we were able to take, with just those 2 perks, we were able to take and pop the Berserk on the Ice Wraith, and while it was still up and still lasting for the next one, right, for the wolf, it we were able to kill them both, and that was not something that would have been, you know, it wasn't even plausible. It wasn't feasible to think about. Here we're doing a little bit of wall jumping. Good old Skyrim in there. There. Walls and mountains. The reason we're doing that is I think, unless I'm crazy, I believe there's a saber cat over at one of those fort symbols, and he's just I think he's a static thing, and he's always there, and he's a snowy saber cat, and he hurts. He doesn't care about us at all. I believe it's right over there, so let's see if we can walk this. Let me just show how ridiculous this is. I do find with the Elemental Fury, with the slow time, I almost always stayed in first person. I do find that with the Elemental Fury, it seems to be so much faster that it's easier to land some of those shots or hits in the third person. So we've managed to make it here to where we need to be. We're going to there's going to be a flame atronach, and there's going to be a mage. So what we're going to try and do is separate the two. They're not actually linked together. The one is not summoned by the other, which is rare. That's rare for a flame atronach to just naturally be in the world. But he is, so we'll do our best. We're gonna try and pull them apart. We'll try and take dispatch of the flame atronach quickly, and then with the mage afterwards, healing in between if we need to. Try number 8. We are going to go nice and slow with this. This flame atronach, with us being a vampire, with 40% more flame damage taken, the flame atronach is just destroying us. Dear Lord, didn't know she could do that. So here what we're going to do is we're just basically going to hit her from here as many times as we can. We can't make that shot. It hits some sort of clipping on the world. That shot would be a little tough. We'll wait for her to patrol down. There we go. Take another pot shot here. Missed that one. Whiff it completely. Hit it again. Looks like we made him mad. So we're gonna be careful here, because we definitely can't take the both of them. Not together. We'll take them separately, but not together. I think it was from our first miss. We probably pulled the man there. So now we gotta wait for them both to pat back. He sits up over the top of that, so on the left hand side there's like this walkway that you can go up, and then he likes to sit at a arcane enchanter. There we go. See him walking. We have the old flame atronach to deal with again. Waiting for her to come around. Don't know where that arrow went. That was impressive. Oh man, this is painstaking. Annoying. We'll go first person here. I think we hit it. Yes, yes we did. I wonder if it drops down like it did before, or if it goes all the way around. So we're just gonna kill the flame atronach with arrows, and then we'll Zerk and Zerg the mage. Oh no. We have a problem. So we'll give these two on their own hotkey binds. And we'll go third person, so we can see around the corner. And we'll wait. See what she does. Here, we'll do some peeking. Turns out, in order to peek, you should probably be good at peeking. Or shooting. What a painful experience this is. There we go. Well, we managed to peek kill her. So, that's a plus. Now we've just got him up there to deal with. Technically, we could probably pull him as well. We might just do that, in fact. So let's see if we can hit him from here. Because if we can pull him, we can get around the corner. Oh, below. That's right, stand up. Now what? There we go. Get him to come over here and see if we can coerce him, if you will, into not looking at us. Now we're just gonna see if we can't follow behind him.
Nothing here after all.
Well, that was way too close. We had to get real in on that. That was not a lot of fun. Too close for comfort. But he did it. He died. We got a dwarven dagger off of him, which is nice. We won't use it for some time. And let's see. And we've got an arcanum here, so we can learn these and kind of level up our enchanting here. That's good. Alright, nothing in there. We got some snowberries here. And some antlers. We'll take those. The coin purse. Some more alchemy mats. Not worried about the troll skull. Let's see what's in the chest. Elven gauntlets. Our first piece of non-leather or hide light armor. That is terrific, actually. What do we got in here? Some bowls. This is where he slept. Let's see what the difference is. So the armor we're working right now, the bracers are at 13 when they're upgraded, and the elven is at 13 when not upgraded. So I assume after we get to we'll have to get to the point where, so I think what happens is, so in the first point of so we'll level up here. This one goes into stamina. So I think here we get in not in heavy armor, in smithing. Here you get steel smithing, but at no point do you get, leather working, right? Which would I would think it would make sense to me to put leather working here and then steel smithing, since the steel requires some leather working, with leather strips and whatnot being integral into the heavy armor tree. This is dwarven. We're not going to get the dwarven. We're not even going to go up the heavy armor tree. We're going to go up the light armor tree, which is not something I normally do. Normally I stick to the heavy armor tree regardless, because eventually you get to Dragon Bone. But that's also because I've done mostly heavy armor builds. In here, we go to the left, we're going to get to elven smithing up here. So what I think we don't have right now is because there's no leather working, and the steel smithing I don't think that applies to the leather. So we have base leather that is upgraded, but it doesn't have any additional improvement. Whereas here, once we get elven smithing, we can improve them twice as much. So where, let's say, numbers wise, the leather bracer was at 10, and now that we have upgraded it to fine, it's at 13, right? If we had elven at the same values, we would potentially have it up to 16, because we would have the improvement. The +3 is twice as much, so we can go to the +6. I don't think we have that against the current armor we have. So with any luck, and if that's how that works, we should be able to really bump up our armor rating with, once we get a new set. However, that completes the rueful axe. We'll fast travel down to Falkreath, as we are a long ways away. We could walk all the way back to Solitude, and then or take a carriage or something like that, but essentially we're just skipping across the map to go to Falkreath, and then back to Hamar's. So I'll jump to the city and make the run, but we're not. I'm not going to just jump over to the stone. So we'll do that jump now. It's good to have that quest out of the way. I believe what we're actually going to do, this is actually going to help us out a lot, because what we'll do is, I believe we're going to side with the dog, and I believe when you do that, what happens is that, oh no, as a blood-starved vampire, you are feared and hated. That's not good. And there's a dragon. So not only do I have a dragon here, but I can't really... So we'll test it. We're going to test a theory, which is this note that said that even though we're feared and hated, they won't attack us. Because what we really want to do is pull this dragon to the town so that the guards help out. Oh well, I don't know where he went.
Might consider joining up myself.
So here, we're back at Falkreath. We'll feed to get rid of the Bloodstarve. We're gonna wait till later tonight or later in the night to do that. So that'll help us get rid of the Bloodstarve, so that we don't have people just hating us all the time. And then I think our next move is to go turn in the rueful axe and get we'll side with the dog, and it gives us a mask that increases the prices we get by 20%. So that's going to help us get the money to afford our house. In addition to that, we'll also do probably after we turn that in, we'll do the quest or an alchemy setup where we go around and do the 2 different alchemy things, and then we'll probably have just kind of an alchemy session where we make a bunch of potions, we get some gold, and we purchase some light armor levels, and that will probably be our next episode. So here we're gonna feed because we're hungry, and that'll be the show. So if you do have any tips, tricks, critiques, or critiques, things that you want to see, things that you want explained, leave them in a comment. We'll get to them as fast as possible, and we will catch you all next time. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.